Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, bro.
If they put Jey Uso in a match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, then you have the opportunity for Roman to pull up and help Jey secure the victory.
Yep, exactly.
Then you can have them have their War Games match leading up. What's the pay-per-view right before Mania?
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, Chamber.
You got Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns has to be at a pay-per-view, right? But it has to be at a big pay-per-view. It don't got to be at a SummerSlam or WrestleMania, but it has to be at a big pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking we could have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at Elimination Chamber in a cage match.
I like that.
I like that too.
That way, can't nobody help Roman, can't nobody help Seth.
Well, they always find a way for somebody to come through the ring or under the ring or over the ring or something. There gotta be something like they gotta be something right. That's sealed shut, like nobody can really get in.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
They gotta do something like that. That would be the match of the year if they do that. Has been calling for that match.
But wouldn't that be bigger at Mania though? I mean, I see your point at Chamber.
Yeah, but at the same time,
cage.
Yeah, but you don't got too many cages at Mania though. Cage matches.
That's team. See, but we did have the Hell in a Cell joints. You know what I'm saying? So like, why not have a cage match?
They stopped doing that. I don't know why they stopped doing that.
They ain't did Hell in a Cell. I don't know.
They can't do it. They can't do it no more because Undertaker gone. So how can they come in here on the field?
I'm not saying they had to do it Hell in a Cell. I'm trying to figure out when was the last time they did a cage match for WWE's WrestleMania show. What was the last one they did? Have they ever done that?
Yeah, well, Undertaker was there.
But that was a Hell in a Cell. I'm talking about the steel cage match. Have you ever done a steel cage match?
Oh, no.
I think Triple H did one before. I'm not sure. It was either Triple H or Shawn Michaels that did one.
Has there ever been a steel cage WrestleMania? I don't think there ever been a steel cage match at WrestleMania. That's crazy. There's been Hell in a Cell. Steel cage match WrestleMania. Oh, Hogan. Okay, okay. They had Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy. That was wow. That was WrestleMania 2. Next year, WrestleMania 42. Interesting. Yeah, that was the only match that had a steel cage. That was crazy. And then the rest is just Hell in a Cell matches, like Taker versus Big Boss Man, Hunter. That was fire. And then you had Sherman Man with Braun Strowman. I don't want to talk about that much for real. But yeah, that's what we ended up doing. What did y'all think about, like, besides that interference, what did y'all think about Penta, Sami Zayn coming out and all that?
It gave me WrestleMania Night 2 vibes.
It did. Yeah. I immediately thought about that too.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go ahead.
So if Rollins had a point.
About what?
Promo. About people. What he was saying, like it wouldn't be certain people if it was for him.
Is it cool people booing him?
No, there wouldn't be certain people in the business if it wasn't for him.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And I agree with him. No matter how much they try to hype up Cody Rhodes, he couldn't get that title without Seth Rollins. So.
But do you really take credit for Seth Rollins when it comes to helping to shape and make Roman Reigns' career?
No.
What would you say?
No.
What you mean?
Like Seth Rollins said, without me there is no Roman Reigns, and without me there is no. Technically, he's not entirely correct. He's not entirely wrong. He's not entirely wrong. I'm not talking about Roman's career so success. I'm talking about like the Shield. Like they came together. So he's not technically wrong in that regard, but the idea that you are the reason why Roman is the way he is, like, nah, bro. No, like
he's gonna be there with or without you.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like no. So, but they tie in the storyline of him betraying the Shield as the catalyst for why Roman Reigns became the way he was in the whole entire bloodline thing. He was tribal chief initially.
Because Roman Reigns is probably it's like this. Say all right. How can I put this? All right. Josiah. Say you come from a royal family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your father's the king, right?
Yeah.
But you have 10 siblings, right?
Sure.
You have 8 brothers and 2 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And all 8 of you brothers are each one want the crown.
Okay.
And you might want the crown because you're tired of feeling, put down and feel like you're not wanted around, or you're lower than what you are. Then once you finally, then somehow, some way, you manage to beat all your brothers for the crowns. You become king.
Okay.
Now you got all the power. You can sit on that throne. You can feel the gold once you put your hand through the chest.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking down at the people. These your people.
Mm-hmm.
You get to pass laws. You get to decide these people's futures.
Larry, respectfully get to the point.
Okay. It's basically like being a king.
Right.
Power hungry. Once you get the little taste of that power and being on top, you forget about everybody that helped you get to where you were or cared about you. For instance, Roman. He took all when Seth Rollins betrayed him and vowed to be better. And he was big on helping his family. But when Roman got that power, he got that title, he got the Ula Fella, he became the tribal chief.
Right.
He started treating his family like crap, like they was below him.
Agreed.
I which they were. But yeah, go ahead.
You say they weren't?
I said they were. They were about
they were. Okay.
At the time, but at the same time, he didn't have none of them titles if it wasn't for the interruptions with Jey Uso and Jimmy and all of that. So yeah.
Right, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's power hungry.
Yeah.
He's power hungry. Seth Rollins kept claiming about Roman Reigns, the bloodline. We need to put an end to the bloodline. The problem is the bloodline. It's not the bloodline. It's the title. It's the power. He wanted that power for himself. He wants to be on top. He wants to be calling the shot.
Correct. Yeah.
But that's what I say about that.
Yeah, completely. I think when you think about the overall character of Roman when it comes to all that, it was bad, but I'll say it kind of goes a little bit deeper. But it's like Roman did what he did towards Jimmy and Jay, and even so to the degree because he was knowing how much somebody's turning their back on him. You can't turn your back on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he already has the overall trauma of being stabbed in the back. If it's Seth Rollins, if it was Seth Rollins in the wheelchair, Sammy turned on him, and the Uzi turned on him, and then the way it's going was Solo. And then, matter of fact, hold on, not even Solo, Paul Heyman. Pick up that, because Paul Heyman. So, like, Roman keeps getting betrayed over and over and over again. And that's the character arc that Roman has gone through. And if I'm Roman, I'm kind of like Roman, like, as a character, like, I wouldn't trust nobody. Like, I can understand him bringing in Sammy, like Del Fatu, you know what I'm saying, being alongside with him for the ride, but it's also like, what do you do to being around people that you can't begin to really trust like that because they all they do is turn their back on you. And just hurt you even more. So that hurt that he's saying through Seth Rollins, it didn't necessarily fully heal. We thought it was feeling that whole entire time the big dog character was around, but it never really healed. You know what I'm saying? So, like in the context of the overall story, my question is, okay, how does Roman move past that? He never on this full redemption mode.
I think it's hard for the WWE to start storylines when they have mega stars that's actually turning into movie stars. So when they turn into movie stars, that interrupts the story that you got going on because they're going to make more time for the movies because they're getting paid millions over the $1 million that they're getting paid from the WWE.
Yeah.
So I think they're not really thinking. I think they're not really thinking as deep as they should when it comes to Roman Reigns and Jay Cargill and people with faces, and you know for a fact that they're so good and they look the part that they're not going to be in the WWE too much longer. They're going to tap in, and they're going to tap in and go and do other things like The Rock, like Batista, like The Miz, like Cena, stuff like that. And now Jay Cargill and Roman Reigns and stuff like that. Like these people, they're celebrity status, and they might honestly. I mean, I hate to say it, but they might honestly be using the WWE to actually get that look on the big movie screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that WWE might be the platform for it. Yeah, I mean, I know some wrestlers like Seth Rollins and them that are really locked in on wrestling and being a wrestler, so they take the craft more serious than everybody else do. But it's some people that's like, bro, I'm here to be a movie star, and I know WWE is a platform that everybody watches, and it can cause me to get a shot. And it caused me to get a shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got somebody like Charlotte Flair who went through 3 different phases. This chick looked different 3 times, but it's probably because of the social media market that's telling her a certain way she had to look. That's because you're a public figure. You want to look apart because you're a public figure and you're being looked at by millions. Other than that, if nobody else cared, you would have just went on by your day. You don't hear Natalya talking about getting her face done. You don't hear nobody else talking about getting their bodies and stuff done. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't, but for Charlotte Flair to be a decent, because I just think she was the best, as far as like one of the best looking ones before Rhea and them got there. But after these surgeries that she had, bro, she's not the same at all. But who told her that? You know what I'm saying? Who told her that? Like, you know what I mean? She was married to an old boy. Did the old boy say that she wasn't that and she wanted to change into something else? Or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's real life. You know what I'm saying? She might have seen him giving compliments to a whole bunch of other women that don't look like her, and now she's trying to make herself look like those other women right there. Could have been because of him. I don't know. But she definitely changed 3 times.
Yeah.
And now she's mad. And it's just like, you're not the same.
There was an A&E documentary that came out about Charlotte Flair, and if I'm not mistaken, Rhea Ripley said there was one time where they were in the locker room, and she said that basically, and by the way, Rhea Ripley, which I found out through 6 Man Week, that she said, Chris Van Vliet asked her a question, she said, so what is the real Rhea Ripley now like outside of WWE? She said, outside of WWE. And she said, I'm extremely shy. I really am. I don't like being around people. I like that for real. And she said she's very, she gets anxiety. And I was like, oh, wow. So, it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. Because you know how Rhea is. Always smiling, always happy. But at the same time, you can tell there's a little nervousness that they kind of like shows on her face a little bit. From time to time. But she said that Charlotte one time in the locker room told her, she said, do I look good? Like, am I pretty enough, boom, boom? And Rhea looked at her like she was crazy. Like, you're gorgeous. What are you talking about? Like, you are attractive. You are beautiful. Like, why would you question whether or not you're not, that? You know what I'm saying? So Charlotte has been known to detail her insecurities, before. And even in the past, even when I was reading about Becky's book, the man, I love that book, by the way, it was fire. She talked about Charlotte and how Charlotte was some type of way about when they had Becky turn heel on Charlotte initially at the SummerSlam when Charlotte had won the belt and she had came back. That Charlotte went backstage and she was like, I don't understand why they don't like me so much. Why are they booing me? What did I do? Like, she was really hurt by all of that. Very much hurt backstage. And that's kind of like what made her and Charlotte kind of like fall out, because Charlotte got jealous of the fact that people were cheering Becky over her and not being for her, all like that. She put the work in. But it's because of how WWE has handled her with looking that I think it hurt her overall perception. And on top of that, it was this a lot of times. So it wasn't so much like, I don't think she was kind of like going into the role like I should be here at the top. She does, for an ability. But a lot of times, like Larry and I have said, we talk about this all the time about like how she gets pushed over any and everybody else. Now I kind of look at it from a different lens. Back then it was kind of like, bro, why she always getting opportunity? And yeah, we were based off, and it's real. We were based off of her being the dog with Clear.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. That's what it was. But now I'm like, Charlotte is that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and deny that. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see what WWE is going to try to cook. I have no idea what they are planning to do in this home entire WrestleMania show. SummerSlam show. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we get into Seth Rollins. I can say that. At least not for right now. Not for right now. But who knows? We'll Barry, you there?
Yep.
You got any more questions?
Uh-uh.
All right. Thought you be good?
Yeah, good.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Everybody, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Just call me Monte. And sorry, Monty. I can't say Monte. My apologies. Monty. Go right ahead and subscribe to my bro. Follow him on Instagram as well. He dope music, what he does is dope content for you guys. When we discuss wrestling, we love talking about WWE. Very passionate. We have our debates, we have our disagreements, but it's all love at the end of the day. So, yeah, man. So tap in, y'all can, and yeah, we out.
Peace.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. What you